Abby, I remember you said something about seeing your dad soon. When is it again?
To visit a hospital? I was going to see him the day after tomorrow. Why?
I thought I'd tag along. I haven't been able to make time to see him in a long time.
Oh, it's so sweet of you. I think he would be very happy to see you. But I'm a bit surprised you'd suggest anything like that.
Why would you be? I do care for your father in case you didn't know.
I know you do, honey. I'm very thankful that you do. But you have work that day, don't you? Are you going to take the day off?
My office is close to the hospital, so I will use my lunch break to come see him. I won't be able to stay that long, though.
Oh, that's not a problem. I will let him know and ask him to try to stay away around lunch.
Does he sleep a lot during the day now? Is his condition that bad?
Kind of. He sleeps most of the day recently. I haven't been able to speak to him much either because he is barely awake whenever I see him. I think it's because of what the doctor told me. It means he is losing his strength.
I see. I hope he gets better soon. My parents send their regards too.
Thank you.
Oh, one more thing. I have a favor to ask. Will you help me?
A favor? What is it?
I'd like to borrow some money from your dad, and I want to talk to him about it, but I don't want to be rude, so will you ask him with me?
What? Why do you need money? Did you do something?
No, it's not me. My parents have some sort of loan. I want to help them pay it off, but I don't have enough. But your dad has all his investments and all that, so I was wondering if he'd be able to help.
Luke, I don't think that's very appropriate. He is very ill right now. Now is not the time to talk about money.
I don't have any other options. The payment is due in a matter of days.
That's their problem. I'm sorry, but my father has nothing to do with it. If you really want to help them, I think it should be from us, not from my dad. If that's the case, I can help.
I wouldn't ask your dad if I could help them myself.
Is the loan that big? How much do they need?
I think about $30,000.
30 grand? I know your parents are big spenders. Did they splurge on something unplanned?
No, they wouldn't do that. What the hell do you take my parents for?
Well, I have my reasons to be suspicious of them. Anyway, you can't ask my dad. He is ill, for God's sake. Don't say anything ridiculous.
But Abby, they could get in real trouble.
Will you think about how my father would feel? He will be very sad to find out that you only paid him a visit to ask for money. Sorry, but it's a firm no.
Well then, I won't. Do you think you can? Would you think it's best? I mean, preferably as soon as possible.
Okay, we will discuss this another time. But I mean it when I say you can't ask him, or else you cannot visit him.
Fine.
Luke, what the hell was that? I told you not to.
I'm sorry, but you weren't helping. If you had asked in the first place, I wouldn't have today.
How dare you? And why the hell did your parents show up? You cornered my father. You shouldn't have brought them.
My parents are the ones who need the money. It's appropriate that they ask in person.
So you want to talk about manners? What do you think about cornering a bedridden man for money, huh? Have you no shame?
Like I said, we don't have any other option. And what's wrong with your dad? How can he be such a cheapskate when he has so much money? We asked politely.
Excuse me? You've got some nerve to complain. He refused to lend your parents any money because he couldn't understand why your parents need it. They were not clear about why they have such a big loan suddenly.
His family is in dire need. All he cared about was how many parents ended up like that. Or if they even really had any loan to pay off. How rude can he be?
The only rude people in that room were you three. You guys stormed into his room and barely said hello before you started to talk about money. Yet, you can't even answer why you need it? Give us a break.
That's what I mean by cheapskate. A real man wouldn't ask and just hand out money to be needy. So stingy. My parents were so disappointed.
You're the one who is disappointing. I had been clear about not asking him. You broke that promise.
I did what was necessary to help my parents. But your dad refused to help them despite his wealth. I am so ashamed to call someone so selfish my father-in-law. I guess money couldn't buy him compassion.
You know what? We should get a divorce. Then you won't have to be related to him anymore.
Are you being serious?
I don't care if we do. What you did to my father is worth a divorce.
I won't take you back even if you regret it later. Do you understand that?
Oh, don't worry. I do. I will call my lawyer now and have him prepare the documents immediately. You should call your lawyer too.
Fine then. I will. I'll even sign the papers right away. Don't come back to me crying. Hello, Abby? You're still mad? When are you coming home?
I thought we were both ready to get a divorce. How can you act like this is all well?
Yeah, well, you know the whole divorce thing fell through. You agreed to hold it off afterwards.
I agreed to hold it off because my father was in critical condition and I didn't have time for you. I can sign the papers right now and go file it at court.
Don't be so cold. I got a little heated. You know, spur of the moment. You shouldn't have brought up a divorce in the first place.
Spur of the moment? Huh. You signed the papers before you even read them.
I wasn't thinking clearly. You know I love you. And I know you love me too. We would be such fools to let anger drive us towards a divorce.
Whatever, Luke. I'm busy right now. I don't know when my dad will worsen again. I agreed to hold it off, but I won't be returning home.
He's been fine for a couple of days now. Why don't you come home and relax for a bit?
The doctor warned me. He said his body could give in any time, so there's no relaxing for me right now.
Why can't you care for me a little, huh? I've been living off frozen pizza for days. I'm so sick of it. I don't get to eat anything decent when you're not home.
You really don't care about anyone else but yourself. My father is dying. Take care of your goddamn self.
Why should I care for him? He refused to help my parents. I'm not going to raise one finger for that cheapskate.
You are unbelievable. You should get some help. Really.
But it is all his fault. We asked so politely. By the way, don't bother to invite us to his funeral. We don't give a damn about him.
Seriously? You are still his son-in-law.
I married you, not him. He's not a real relative. He chose to be a stranger to us when he refused to lend us money.
How pathetic. He'd be so sad to hear all this.
I said I don't care. Anyway, come home already. I don't have all day to ask nicely, you know. You need to do what is required of a wife.
Oh my gosh, I have to go.
Huh? What is there to prioritize above your husband?
My dad is crashing again. I don't have time to talk to you. If you want to come, help yourself.
Hell no. Like I said, I won't be attending his funeral either. Just come home when things are over, okay? Good luck. Hey, Abby. How have you been? You must be tired from everything. From the funeral to cleaning up his house and all.
What do you want?
So feisty. You haven't been home in so long. I've been worried about you, you know? You handled everything on your own, right?
Yes, because the man I used to call my husband provided zero support. Nor did he show up to his father-in-law's funeral.
At least I told you beforehand that I wouldn't be attending. Anyway, glad everything is done and over with. So, when are you coming home? I really miss your cooking.
Funny. You are actually hilarious.
Come on, don't be so sarcastic. So is it true? Did your dad really leave you $100 million?
Where the hell did you get that from? You're not supposed to know.
Some of your relatives really like to gossip. But I mean, $100 million? We would have so much even after paying off my parents' loan. Should we buy a house?
We are not buying any house. We are divorced and not related anymore. I have nothing to do with your parents' loan. Please handle it yourself.
What are you talking about? We decided to hold off on that, remember? Stop playing around.
You mean you don't recall signing the papers? You know I kept the papers. It was up to me whether I file it or not.
What? I never agreed to anything. I told you it was all spur of the moment.
But you signed it, didn't you? You even said that you won't take me back. So I went ahead and countersigned the papers. I don't see what the problem is.
You can't still be mad at me, Abby. Is this about your dad? All right, I'm sorry. Don't hand the papers in, honey.
I told you. It's been filed already. In fact, they were filed the day after you said you are not attending my father's funeral. Everything is too late, Luke.
You better be joking. You just want the money to yourself. You will not get away with this.
Get away with what, exactly? Keeping what was bestowed to me? What makes you think you are entitled to anything of what my father left?
You will pay me consolation money. I'm sure you have enough. You'll also pay off my parents' loan.
You are so dumb, Luke. Why in the world would I do that? I do not have a single penny to spare you or your parents.
You filed the papers without me knowing? I never gave you permission to do that. You pay for what you've done.
No, I will not. I have absolutely no fault. You should blame yourself for signing at the spur of the moment.
Then let's get married again. It's inevitable that the papers were filed, but we can redo our marriage. We still love each other. Our divorce was all a misunderstanding.
Nice try. But I will not be wasting another second on someone who thinks of my father as some sort of money tree. I wish someone would pay me for being your wife for this long, actually.
Don't push me away, Abby. I was only trying to help my parents. I was in a panic, you see? I wasn't myself.
Yes, I see.
You get it, right? And let's get married again. We can enjoy ourselves for the rest of our lives with your dad's money.
I see that this is the true you, Luke. All along, you've been hiding who you really are. You only showed me your good side. I'm so glad that I see the real side now.
No, that's not what I mean. Why don't you understand? I need you in my life, Abby. Please don't leave me.
It's the money you need, not me. I will not be an exclusive ATM to you or your parents. Go figure out your own problem. I'm sure it will be difficult for someone as irresponsible as you to take care of your also irresponsible parents. But hey, good luck! I quickly deleted him from my smartphone after our last conversation. I really did have the divorce papers filed earlier, so I am glad to say that I have no relation to him now. I made several sneak visits to the house to pick up my stuff while Luke wasn't home, and also sold my father's property shortly after. I used what my father left me to move away and start a new life, so I don't think I will ever see Luke again. I heard from a common friend that Luke now lives with his parents. Their loan has become even bigger than it was before, because they keep spending money irresponsibly. Because of that, Luke now works day and night to help them pay it off. But I don't think it will ever end though. Unless his parents learn how to manage their finances. Luke should have realized that he needed to control his parents before asking anyone for money. But honestly, I couldn't care less how they end up.
Hi, Judy. You were at the mall earlier, weren't you? Did you have lunch with your friend? I was there too and saw you. I waved, but I guess you didn't notice.
I did notice, but out of embarrassment, I pretended that I didn't.
Huh? You were embarrassed?
Yes, I was, very. Don't talk or wave to me when we're in public. I don't want to be seen with you.
I'm sorry. Did I do something?
You were waving so hard that your arm was going to fall off. You look like a maniac. Who wouldn't be embarrassed?
Oh, sorry.
I didn't want my friend to know you were my daughter-in-law. And what were you wearing?
What do you mean? I was wearing jeans and a t-shirt.
You look like a construction worker. You shouldn't be walking around in ugly clothes, especially where there are a bunch of people.
A construction worker? I didn't think my jeans are that bad. I think they're pretty cute. I saw a picture of a celebrity wearing the same one.
But you're not a celebrity, are you? When someone as ordinary as you wears it, it just looks like you walked out of a construction site.
Oh, well, I will make sure I dress nicely when I go to the mall next time. Maybe I'll wear a dress or something.
I'm not sure if that'll be enough. It's not just your clothes, the way you talk, the way you walk, everything about you lacks class. So just leave me alone if you ever see me somewhere. I don't want other people to think I'm your kind.
So then, we can't go somewhere together as a family?
With you? Hell no.
Well, that's too bad then. If I embarrass you too much, then I guess it can't be helped. Judy, are you okay? What's going on?
What? I'm sorry, who are you?
You're doing it again. This is Nora. I married your son, George. Why do you keep acting like you don't know me? You've been doing it for 3 days now. You kicked me out of your house the moment I walked through your door. You won't even let me in your house?
I can't let any stranger into my house. You're so indecent. I don't know you.
Am I that bad?
Yes, very. Everything about you is indecent. There's no one like you in my family.
Judy, what has gotten into you?
What do you mean? Of course I'd be upset if a stranger tries to come into my house, and it's every day. You can't come into my house.
Judy, you haven't been feeling well lately. I'll come to help you, so I can cook and clean the house for you.
I have a daughter. Where is she? Why does a stranger come instead?
Steph doesn't live nearby, remember? And she runs a restaurant with her husband. It's difficult for her to find the time to come see you. That's why I come to help you.
I don't need your help. I'd rather do it on my own than let a stranger into my house.
Judy, your life would be easier if you just let me help. And you told me before that you don't like to cook these days.
I didn't say that. Even if I did, I didn't mean that I wanted your help. And I hate your cooking. It's gross. Just don't bother me anymore.
Oh. I'm sorry you didn't like my cooking.
Your food has no taste. I'd rather drink water than your tasteless soup.
Well, at least George says he likes my cooking. He did tell me once that your cooking was very heavy in flavor. Maybe you used too much salt? That's why it feels like my cooking lacks taste. Why don't we use this opportunity to bring it down a notch for your health? Too much salt is not good for you, Judy. I want you to be healthy for as long as possible.
Who the hell do you think you are? You're not my doctor. Don't tell me what to do.
I'm just concerned for your health. It's true that you've been sick quite often for the past couple of years, isn't it? You have high blood pressure and your blood test results weren't great. You should really improve your eating habits for starters.
My health has deteriorated because of you. You have invaded into my life. That's why I'm so stressed all the time.
Invaded? Ouch. Judy, you're hurting my feelings.
I'm only saying the truth, and I don't care about how you feel.
You know, there's something else I've noticed. You've been very short-tempered lately.
Huh?
You're so angry all the time. Do you want to go to the doctor and get things checked out?
Excuse me? Are you saying that I have lost my mind?
Well, being angry 24/7 must not be comfortable for you either. You know, elderly people get depressed just as much as younger people. You should get tested so we can cross out brain tumor too. I heard that makes you act like a different person.
I'm not depressed, and I do not have any tumor in my head. How rude of you!
You've been forgetful too. The last time we had dinner, you ordered everyone's food except for mine. And you seem like you don't know who I am sometimes. We should go to the doctor.
I said I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. Just go away. Leave me alone.
Hi, Nora. I sent out a package for you today. Some melons from a local farm. It should be delivered to you by tomorrow. I hope you like it.
Wow, melons? They're my favorite. Thank you so much, Steph.
It was picked this morning. It is very fresh. You might want to give it a few days, though. It should ripen in, say, 3 days or so?
It's so kind of you. Thanks so much. I hope you didn't have to bend backwards for us.
It's okay. I wanted to do something for you. Thank you for always helping my family out.
I appreciate it. I look forward to receiving it soon. But really, I haven't done much at all.
Oh, what are you talking about? You always stop by my mother's house to help her with chores. I can't thank you enough.
It's nothing, really. I only do what I can when I can.
Thanks. I'm sorry to put the burden on you. I do realize I should be the one taking care of my mother.
I don't mind it, Steph. I used to work in housekeeping at a hotel, so I'm pretty good at cleaning. And I enjoy cooking too.
Oh, I'm so relieved. But if you ever need anything, just let me know, okay? I will make sure to help as much as possible.
Everything is fine over here. Oh, but actually, I am a little concerned for Judy.
Concerned? What is the matter?
Well, I think Judy may have dementia. I mean, I could be wrong, but I've been seeing signs lately.
Really? My mom? What kind of signs have you seen?
She would start to yell, saying there's a stranger in the house when I'm around. And sometimes she would completely forget who I am. I feel that it's getting worse.
What? She forgets who you are?
We had dinner at her place a little while ago, with a group of friends and family who live nearby. She had ordered for everyone but me.
Are you sure it wasn't just that day?
It happens a lot lately. She would buy souvenirs for everyone but me. And she keeps calling me a stranger. I think she may have forgotten that her son got married.
I spoke to her the other day. I don't think there was anything wrong with her then. It didn't seem like she had forgotten about anything either. Plus, I don't think you forget a specific person with dementia.
I'm not sure. I don't know enough to say. Maybe there's someone else she's forgotten about that we don't know yet.
To think of it, though, she did remember you when I spoke to her on the phone. I told her she should be thankful for you, for taking care of you, and she said, I know. That means she remembers you, doesn't it?
Is that so? Maybe she's forgotten my face? But that's too weird, isn't it?
Nora, do you think my mom could be doing it on purpose?
On purpose?
Like, is she doing it to be mean to you?
Huh?
Could she be calling you a stranger to mean that you're not accepted as family? Gosh, Nora, I think that's exactly it. She is bullying you.
Oh, well, now that I think of it, yes. She did once say I was not suited for the family. She also told me not to talk to her in public because she didn't want to be seen with me.
What? That's so mean.
Wow, so I was being bullied.
How could you not notice?
I did think she was harsh, but I figured it was just part of her personality.
It must have been very uncomfortable for you nonetheless. I'm so sorry, Nora. I can't believe she would do such a thing.
It's okay. I mean, it has been very weird. I guess I didn't notice she was bullying because I was sure I haven't done anything for her to hate me. I was concerned for her health more than anything.
You're a tough girl, Nora.
I've been told that I am too oblivious. Many times.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're okay or not. We need to stop her from bullying.
Hello, Judy. Just to let you know, I cannot come over to your house today. I hope you'll be okay on your own with the cleaning and cooking.
Oh, who are you again? I'm fine with a stranger not coming by into my house.
You forgot your daughter-in-law? Mom, you've become senile. It's okay. As your daughter, I will make sure to take you to the doctor.
Daughter? What are you talking about?
It's me, Steph. Have you forgotten about me too?
What? Steph? Really?
Yes, that's right. I'm at Nora's right now. I've borrowed her smartphone.
Oh, I didn't know you were visiting. You've surprised me.
Anyways, let's focus back on you for a second. Mom, I didn't know you had developed dementia. We need to get it evaluated at the doctor. We should also think about putting you in a senior home.
What? I do not have dementia. Don't be silly.
Oh? That's weird. I heard that you never know who Nora is. You call her a stranger and forget to order her food or buy her a souvenir, as if she doesn't exist, no?
I don't know.
What have you been doing to her? All she has been doing is help. Instead of being thankful, you yell at her and kick her out of the house? What is up with that, huh?
I don't recall that ever happening.
Oh, I see. You are senile. So be it then. We'll have to sign you into a senior home. You won't have many visits from us, but I guess it won't matter if you can't remember anyone.
What are you talking about, Steph? I said I'm fine.
Well then, why do you call Nora a stranger? If you don't have dementia, what is it? Are you saying you acted like you didn't remember her on purpose?
I was just fooling around.
Why would you do that? Why, Mom?
Because she has no class. She talks and dresses like a man. She's indecent and I don't like her.
And you think you have class? We're not celebrities. What the heck are you expecting from your daughter-in-law anyway?
Just because we're not celebrities doesn't mean we don't need class.
Well, Nora is perfectly fine. In fact, she is more than anyone could ask for. She is a cheerful, kind-hearted, beautiful woman. Everyone in the family loves her.
Well, not me, only you.
In fact, I don't even think you have a real reason to dislike her. You're jealous, aren't you? You said you were fooling around, but I think you've gone too far. What you are doing is bullying.
Ugh, don't be so dramatic. You may not get it yet, but it's impossible for a mother to like their daughter-in-law.
That's just disrespectful to other mothers. Most women are nice to their daughters-in-law. My mother-in-law is nice to me, so don't generalize. I think your personality just sucks.
What? How dare you say that to your mother?
It's true, Mom. You are a bully. I am so ashamed of you. I don't think I'm going to send you any more allowances.
Where did that idea come from? That has nothing to do with this.
I've been sending you money because your health isn't great. But it looks like you are healthy enough to bully someone. And from what I know, you spend it all on silly things. I shouldn't have spoiled you in the first place.
No, you can't do that, Steph. I'm in debt.
In debt? You really have been spoiling yourself with my money, haven't you? I'm not giving you any more. You need to earn your own money from now on.
What could an old woman like me do to earn money?
I am telling George about this too. You know, Nora has been nice all this time, not telling him. He is going to be so pissed.
Wait, Steph.
What? What am I waiting for?
I'm sorry, so please, you can't cut my allowance. And please don't tell anyone else.
Ha! So you do realize you've done something embarrassing. I don't get why you didn't realize sooner. You are pathetic.
Because a son is special for mothers. It's normal that she would dislike her daughter-in-law.
Like I said, you shouldn't generalize. It's just you. And to be clear, just because you don't like someone doesn't mean you can bully them. Most people get that. In fact, a child would get that. So, if you don't, then maybe something really is wrong with you.
I'm sorry, I really am. I've been very immature.
Don't apologize to me. You need to apologize to Nora. But it's too late anyway. I don't want to talk to you anymore. We are cutting ties with you.
Please don't say that. How am I supposed to live on my own?
I'm sure you'll manage. None of us are helping you from here on.
That can't be. I won't survive by myself. You wouldn't let her own mother be lonely, would you?
Hey, don't hate us. You brought this upon yourself. You should really consider joining a senior home if you don't want to be alone. Or better yet, why don't you forget all of us? This time for real. That way you won't feel lonely.
Later on, Steph had made Judy apologize to me. She seemed like she was truly sorry for what she had done. But after finding out, my angry husband and Steph had concluded to sever all ties with their mother. That included the financial help Judy was begging for. She was crying for mercy, but their decision was rock solid. I said my final goodbye to Judy and stopped seeing her. Judy is now doing everything on her own. The last I heard, she was having a very hard time, both mentally and physically. Looking back, I must say I was way too nice not to realize I was being bullied until Steph had pointed it out. Some say it is a gift that I don't realize other people's bad intentions. And I agree I have a very happy life. It's much better than being sensitive to what other people say or do.